Morning foods for leg strength after 60. Did you know that eating a single easy food before 8 a.m. can delay the aging of your leg muscles by as much as 10 years? I am not referring to a medication, nor am I referring to pricey supplements. I am referring to a simple common dish that practically everyone has seen before. However, the majority of people ignore it every morning without even recognizing it. According to recent research, including this one item in your breakfast can help adults over 60 keep their leg strength, enhance their balance, avoid leg cramps at night, and even lower their risk of losing leg muscle by up to 72%. Millions of elderly people are silently forced into wheelchairs, walkers, or possibly permanent immobility by this illness. The depressing reality is that this dish is unknown to most people. Even worse, a lot of people inadvertently exacerbate the issue by consuming the wrong foods as soon as they get up. So allow me to ask you, are you inadvertently making your legs weaker each morning merely due to your lack of it? Continue watching this video through to the end. In addition to outlining the precise things you should eat first thing in the morning, I will also give 5 easy breakfast options that can help you maintain your stability and take charge of your life after 60. What about the last item on the list? You might be surprised. The sensation that your legs are growing weaker every day is not something you have to endure. Just because you are 60 does not mean you have to accept losing your ability to walk with confidence, maintain your balance, or maintain your independence. The good news is here. In fact, that process is reversible. What is the best part? You do not require medicine. Expensive equipment is not required. You do not even have to exert yourself by working out hard. Everything begins with something minor but crucial: the first meal you eat each day. It may seem easy. Perhaps it sounds too familiar. However, if you eat the correct breakfast, it might either protect your legs or gradually deteriorate them. And this is what today's nutrition experts are most worried about. Breakfast is done entirely incorrectly by the majority of adults over 60. They omit it. They use coffee in its place. They consume nutrients. White bread. Poor thing. Even worse, they think, "I'll eat later," and sip simple water. What follows? The body physically starts destroying its own muscle for energy when it goes into a catabolic state mode. Do you know which muscles contract first? You rely on the muscles in your legs to walk, stand, maintain your balance, and prevent falls. A Tufts University study found that older persons can regain up to 35% of their leg strength in just 8 weeks if they eat a healthy breakfast that includes the correct foods. The best aspect is that these items are reasonably priced. They are not exotic. Most likely you have seen them before. Simply put, you have not been putting things together correctly or consuming them at the appropriate moment. In the next few minutes, I will go over 5 easy yet highly powerful meals that science has shown can help you maintain your leg muscles before they quietly fade away, enhance leg strength, lessen leg cramps, and regain your balance. At the end of this video, I will share a very unusual dish that has helped hundreds of elderly folks feel like they have regained their mobility. A tiny slice eaten in the morning. Oh, stick with me. If you think lost muscle cannot be regained, you might have second thoughts. This is the reality. Please let me know where you are coming from today before we begin. Please feel free to ask any questions you may have and leave a comment below. Remember to click the subscribe button and enable notifications so you do not miss any of Senior Health's top health advice. And I want to know whether you are with me if you are now watching. If this video resonates with you, type 1 in the comment section. If not, type 0. Whether you realize it or not, your body starts to gradually lose muscle, particularly in your legs, beyond the age of 60. One of the main causes of the inability to walk long distances, difficulty getting out of chairs, increased frequency of losing their balance, and ultimate need for canes, walkers, or even full-time care for millions of older persons each year is sarcopenia. What worries me the most? Losing muscle does not hurt. There is no fever or cramping associated with it. Silently it infiltrates. Your legs feel a little heavier one morning. One more day, you stutter a little as you step off the curb. You think, "I am just getting old." When you have to use your arms to push yourself up one day just to stand. However, that is not totally accurate. Aging does not make you weak. It is the loss of the very thing that makes you self-sufficient: your leg's strength. As stated by the U.S. National Institute on Aging, if nothing is done, adults over 60 may lose up to 33% of their leg muscle mass in 10 years. And beauty and power are not the only factors here. You lose your balance when you lose muscle in your legs. Your risk of falling increases. You shorten your stride. You slow down. You might even start dragging your feet. Blood circulation deteriorates. Mobility is restricted, and an abdominal effect starts as your legs weaken. A rise in abdominal fat. Reduced density of bone. Lackluster sleep. Diminished appetite, and forgets things. The emotional toll of feeling imprisoned by a body that no longer cooperates is the worst. Why does this affect me the most in the morning? Because your body goes into a prolonged hungry condition after 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Your body begins using your own muscles as fuel if you do not consume something as soon as you wake up. Given that their ability to grow muscle is already slower than it was in their early years, this is particularly risky for seniors. Your leg muscles will continue to deteriorate gradually before the day even starts if you do not stop this process with the proper diet first thing in the morning. The greatest muscle group in your body is found in your legs. Therefore, losing muscle there disrupts your entire metabolic balance in addition to making you weaker. Leg circulation declines, blood flow to the legs slows down, and a host of other issues start to manifest. Cramping in the legs, trembling in the limbs, tingling or numbness, and even problems with coordination when walking or climbing stairs. Because of this, a large number of elderly people who do not suffer from serious illnesses eventually become weak, sedentary, and ultimately reliant on others to perform even the most basic tasks. Here is the good news, though. If you take action early, your body can still heal itself. You can help your muscles heal, regain leg strength, enhance your balance, avoid cramping, and most importantly, maintain your independence with each stride if you begin tomorrow morning and eat the appropriate meals at the proper times. Thus, continue to observe. Next up, I will show you the food science calls your leg muscles natural allies and easy breakfast options that could drastically alter your gait, your ability to get out of a chair, and your quality of life after the age of 60. David is 69. He was formerly a construction engineer who traveled all across the United States, ascending slopes, traversing through forests, and mounting scaffolds without ever getting fatigued. However, his legs no longer feel like they belong to him when he gets out of bed in the mornings these days. He has stiff knees. Sometimes his feet are as heavy as lead, and other times they feel numb. The first few steps you take in the morning are hesitant, low, and unstable, like attempting to move a rusting machine. He slipped one morning after catching his foot on a low step while he was going out to the porch to get the newspaper. Even though it was not a terrible injury, he was afraid because he felt like he was gradually losing something, not because of the fall itself. At one point, he took his leg strength for granted. His wife also began to notice. He walked more slowly. He walked unsteadily. He had to push off with both hands on his knees each time he rose from the couch. He did not appear as enthusiastic about taking morning strolls in the park. She realized something was amiss when he eventually acknowledged that he had been experiencing increasingly frequent leg cramps at night. David did not suffer from any serious illnesses. No diabetes. Absence of arthritis. Doctors covertly refer to what he was going through as the after 60 fade. The period of time when muscle loss increases silently but forcefully, particularly in the legs, which support your entire weight, stabilize each step, and enable you to get up from the front porch, the living room, or the restroom. David began to dig after that fall. After talking to a nutritionist, watching videos, and reading articles, he learned something he had never given much thought to in his life. Your legs may become stronger or weaker depending on what you eat at morning. He began to change with every day that passed. He no longer skipped breakfast as he formerly did. On an empty stomach, he stopped drinking black coffee. In order to rebuild muscle, restore leg circulation, ease leg weakness, improve balance, and most importantly, help him stand up without bracing himself or fearing that he would fall, he started his mornings with foods that did not seem fancy or complicated but were packed with the precise nutrients his body had been craving.